Hi, in this video we're going to have a closer look at the Star Trek Galoob Data set. I bought 5 figures, all of the same character, but all different variants. And bought these about 2 weeks ago. Saw them on eBay, all loose graded. Works out, what I paid for these, £20 a figure, including the postage. So you get 5 data variants. I've known about this since 92, 93 when I started to get into action figure collecting, when I bought that Star Wars Star Trek book. Obviously you'd look at the Star Trek section as well, and this was listed on the Galoob line. I mean, back then these figures were only 5 years old then, so you know, it's a well-known variant, that, you know, the Data with the blue white face and the speckled face and all that sort of stuff. I think when I got my carded Data I talked about that, and that would have been in 2011. So, you know, so a chance to acquire a set of variants was just too tempting, and so I went for it. They're all UKG graded. Most of 4 are U85s, one's a U90. So, I mean, I guess these are old cases. I mean, with the figure, the weapon is fixed into its hand. It's non-removable. It comes with a tricorder. I always mispronounce that, but yeah. So these are the 5 figures. You got the first one here, which is U85, is light speckled face. So it's got yellow lips and a very light speckling to the face, those little brown dots. So it's quite a detailed figure. Got speckling on the hands as well. There's the phaser. Unfortunately, the weather's so bad today that I'll have to use artificial lighting. So that's the light speckled face. I think that's the light speckled. Yeah. Then we've got this one here, which is the more heavily speckled face. Still light complexion though. Speckled face, 1988, U85. Lieutenant Commander Data, Galoob, 1988. So you can see the speckling there. Again, yellow lips. Speckling on the hands. There's the phaser he comes with. Pretty cool. So those 2 are the speckled light faces. This is also a speckled face, I believe. Dark speckled face. Let me see. Yep, dark speckled face. So that's your 3rd variant. Got some speckling on the hands, some overspray there, or over paint issues there. But these are getting on in age, these figures. Brown hair. But he has actually got a lot darker complexion, as you can see there. You got the regular figure here. And he got the U90. I mean, you can see it by looking at the necks. They've got a joint which is going to be able to move there, pivot at the base of the neck. Swivel shoulders, swivel hips, swivel knees. Pretty good articulation for the time. And then this is probably the rarest of the lot. He's got the bluish tinge to his complexion, very white face, very pink lips. That's your white blue face hands. Star Trek The Next Generation. There's the tricorder or tricorder. There's no way the figures could hold it because his hands closed into a fist, but he's the most valuable of the 5. So yeah, very cool. That's your, got a bluish tinge to his face. But yeah, 5 figures, all variants. So I thought that'd be nice to show you. It's my 15th anniversary on YouTube on Thursday the 11th. I've got an article here about these variants, and it's from a site called TrekCore, and it's an interview with a guy that actually worked on these figures. His name's Jim Fong. The question says, TrekCore, let's take a look at some of the figures that are in your first year lineup. One of the common collector questions deals with the 4 data designs that were released, all with different paint jobs on the character's face. Was this a manufacturing problem, or were there other reasons for the different colour schemes? And this is the guy's answer. The issue was definitely not on the, his name's Jim Fong, the issue was definitely not on the manufacturing side. It was that we were trying to nail down what his face should actually look like. Of the different looks, I can't remember which version went into production first, but I do remember being unhappy with the Data face paint and requested that they change it to be more accurate with that character. We tried several times to get the Hong Kong production team to correct the colouring, but when production is literally half a world away, it is just turned into a bigger mess with each attempt. I'm still not happy with the way the figure turned out, and I'll do it over if I had the chance. So there you go. But if you go through action figure guidebooks or Lee's back in the day, you'd have this figure noted that there are variants for the Data. It's just a nice thing to have. So you've got a heavy speckled pale face, light speckled face, pale, blue-white tinge, the tinge being the blue, with reddish lips, the regular figure, and the dark complexion speckled. So those are the 5 variants in this set, and they look great together. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, you can still pick these figures up pretty cheap on card, more so in the States than in the UK. And if you look carefully, you can see little slight variations in the paint on the uniform. I mean, out of these 2, I'd say he looks more like Data. All the figures are moulded like this. They all had the phaser in hand, and you know. So these are the 2 speckled lights. These are the 3 speckled. So he's the more speckled, pale. He's lightly speckled, and he's dark complexion speckled. But you can see the difference in the colour between his chest there and this one here is a lot more greenish in tone. These 2 are more alike. But I think you'd have to be a very absolute nerd to get excited by this. I'm obviously getting excited by this, so yeah. I mean, they have some nice paint apps, the badge. They even have the pips on the neck. Can't see on that one so well. Let's see. He doesn't have it either. Maybe it was just Captain Picard. So you've got your dark speckled face, light speckled face. Those are your 3 speckled face Datas. Then we've got the most desired, the bluish white tinge with the pinkish lips. With the others, oh no, I guess he's got, what would you say, those are slightly more orange. He's got the pinkest lips though. And then you've got the regular figure here. Let's see if we can get them all in. A whole bunch of datas. A fistful of datas, as that episode was titled, for the next gen. Pretty cool. All made in Hong Kong. Pretty nice to have such a range of datas, or range of data about the datas. Yeah, pretty decent. I think he's got quite yellow lips, this one, the regular figure. I think my carded one's this version, which I bought many years ago in 2011, maybe, yeah, 2011 I guess. There's Data there, the regular figure. So he's got no spots on the face. Whereas this one's very white with a bluish tinge to the complexion as well. Pretty nice. So those are the 5 datas you can get. I mean, here's your light speckled. He's hardly got any speckles on his face. Just a couple there. Some more on his hands though. And then the heavy speckled face. All your standard speckles. You can really see all the speckling there. I mean, if I got this back in the day, I don't know if I'd be that pleased with getting a figure that doesn't look like the character from the TV show. Whereas this one, at least these two, the very white and the regular figure, look pretty. And then this one's so dark. I mean, if you look carefully, you can see the eyebrow paint and the eye paint's a bit different. It's got more reddish tone, the dark complexion. But yeah, nice. So we've got dark and light speckled together. We've got very pale white with blue tinge and a dark complexion. I mean, with the hand here, it blends so much into the phaser. Then you've got the regular, well, it's spotted, very spotted, or speckled, with dark complexion speckled. Noticeable colour difference in the chest. That could just be paint degradation over all those years. And then we've got the regular and dark complexion. Nice to look at. But I mean, you can still, sometimes the sellers will charge a bit of a premium for the speckled face. they'll probably, if they know what they've got, they'll charge more for the white face. But yeah, nice to see all these variants. But you should be able to pick this on card for a tenner in the UK. So here's all the datas. So all the datas I just picked up of late. What a great set of figures. I'll probably release this as on the 11th of July as a 15th anniversary video. So I hope you like looking at this. 15 minutes of waffling about 5 nearly identical figures. Anyway, cheers, goodbye, bye.